Chapter 12, 53, Courting Death. Translator, Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios, Eastern Sea. The sword dragon kept on breathing out sword light. Rays of white dragon breath struck the goo formation, causing the goo formation to truly sway. Something is not right. Ying Wuxi and the others are not fools. Their immortal essence expenditure, while activating the super goo formation, is far greater than mine. But they are actually maintaining the stalemate without retreating and letting me attack. Do they have some other plan? Fang Yuan was attacking furiously, although he was not able to break the formation. He firmly held the initiative. Thoughts were surging in his mind and had not stopped even for a second. They should know I have the upper extreme heavenly eagle. Are they not afraid of me using the upper extreme heavenly eagle to penetrate space and enter the formation? Or is this goo formation a trap to deal with my upper extreme heavenly eagle? Or could it be that Sixth Hair has already learned from Lang Ya Land Spirit that my upper extreme heavenly eagle is only an egg, thus they are not afraid? Wait! Fang Yuan suddenly stopped attacking and dived inside the sea. While under the sea, he waited for a reaction from Ying Wuxi's group while activating an immortal killer move. Chi Luck Sensation. They are indeed all inside the goo formation. Fang Yuan relaxed. It seems I was thinking too much. Fang Yuan continued to attack the goo formation, but he gradually discovered the goo formation was only passively defending, and there were no signs of Ying Wuxi, Bai Ningbing, or the rest. Fang Yuan suddenly had a thought and stopped attacking again. Right now, he was holding the initiative, and he could choose freely whether to attack or not. On the other hand, the enemy was defending and in a very passive situation, not knowing when Fang Yuan would attack, and they had to maintain the goo formation all the time, which consumed their immortal essence. Fang Yuan stopped his offenses, and besides maintaining the sword dragon transformation, he did not need to use up any immortal essence. Thus, his expenditure was even lesser. The silent confrontation lasted for an hour. Fang Yuan gradually realized the fishy situation. The goo formation was like a deep pool, and no commotion was visible inside. The enemy was actually firmly deciding on maintaining the stalemate with Fang Yuan. Ying Wuxi seems to have some other motive that requires a safe environment created by the goo formation. No matter what, I cannot let him continue smoothly. I should quickly take action and destroy the formation. It seems I can't continue to hide this trump card. I need to use it early. Ying Wuxi's plan had come into effect, and Fang Yuan's Chi Luck Sensation was misled. But Fang Yuan still had sharp judgment regarding the situation. He firmly acted without hiding any trump cards. If it was earlier, Dragon Breath would be his strongest weapon, but it was different now. At the next moment, a dragon roar resounded over an enormous surrounding distance. Ancient battle formation, omnidirectional travel. Ying Wuxi's vision suddenly changed, and when his vision was stable, he was already at the regional wall. This was Eastern Sea's Blue Water Regional Wall. It was deep blue and was like a giant screen that connected heaven and earth, expansive and boundless. The four goo immortals, Tai Bai Yunsheng, had entered He Lulan's immortal aperture. Standing in front of the vast and mighty regional wall were as small as ants. Once they entered, the ancient battle formation could not be used, and they could only move by themselves. Because using goo worms or immortal killer moves in the regional wall would shake their immortal apertures, the ancient battle formation would cause this even more, and the backlash would be extremely big. Just as they were looking at the regional wall, Ying Wuxi's expression changed. Bai Ningbing also subconsciously looked back, her eyes letting out sharp light as she stared at the direction they came from. The goo formation has been broken. Bai Ningbing spoke in a heavy voice. So quickly? He Lulan was also moved. She thought of when she was trapped and compared it to how quickly Fang Yuan had broken the formation. Even if she was inside and he was outside, it clearly showed his terrifying battle strength. Did he use the upper extreme heavenly eagle? He Lulan quickly thought of a possibility. No. Bai Ningbing shook her head. Fang Yuan had broken the goo formation, but did not discover anybody and was not able to obtain any goo worms. Once the goo formation was broken, the goo worms would all self-detonate. How could Bai Ningbing leave behind resources for the enemy? Although the losses were huge, the scene when Fang Yuan attacked had been shown to them. In a battle between Gu immortals, information was a crucial and very important factor. Bai Ningbing, Ying Wuxi, and the group naturally would not let go of such a good opportunity to gather information. Fang Yuan used a completely new killer move. It is probably a recent creation of his. Ying Wuxi spoke. This killer move is terrifyingly powerful. Bai Ningbing's expression was heavy. Unless we have a method which targets it, we won't be able to last a few breaths of time, even if we combine our strengths. What? Heilu Lan took a sharp breath. Even the silent and expressionless Xinu was visibly terrified. Ying Wuxi knew the situation was far from good. He had arranged the formation and planned to delay for time. Although his plan succeeded, he had not expected it to delay him for just such a short period of time. They would have to spend some time in passing the regional wall. The crucial thing was that the nature of the sovereign immortal body made it so that the sovereign immortal body could travel through regional walls freely without any restriction. Ying Wuxi naturally already knew about this. The Super Gu formation was forcefully broken. Fang Yuan has discovered we are not there. He will definitely use Qi-Lux sensation again and search for us. If we enter the regional wall, even if I consider the best case scenario, according to Fang Yuan's previous speed, he will certainly be able to catch up to us. We would then have to fight with him inside the regional wall. So should I not enter this regional wall? Ying Wuxi began to let out cold sweat. His heart felt like it was pressed under an enormous weight. Ying Wuxi judged the situation. He clearly knew his side was already on the brink of life and death, even though they were not under attack right now. If they did not handle the following situation properly, they would be in danger of dying. And whether they could get out of this danger or not would depend on his plan. The heavy pressure weighed down on Ying Wuxi's shoulders. This did not concern only his survival. It also concerned the Gu immortals beside him. All right. Ying Wuxi did not care about the safety of the Gu immortals beside him. He did not even fear his own death. But if he died, who would save the demon venerable's main body? Shadow Sect was in ruins currently. He was the only hope left. How could this be? How could Fang Yuan's battle strength rise to such a level in such a short time? He cannot even use wisdom, Yu. How did he make deductions? Could it be that he gained some powerful wisdom path methods? Deducing immortal killer moves could not be done in a matter of days. Fang Yuan's trump card was too abrupt, catching Ying Wuxi off guard. I have already used up the method to confuse the enemy. If we enter the regional wall, we will definitely have to fight Fang Yuan. Our side is at a great disadvantage. Ying Wuxi was very clear on this. Using immortal killer moves in the regional wall would cause backlash. But Fang Yuan did not have such a restriction. The 5 regional walls were the perfect places for him to fight. Even rank 8 Gu immortals might be in a bad situation. Because when rank 8s entered the regional walls, they would face much more restriction than rank 6s or rank 7s. Naturally, rank 8 Gu immortals moved through Black Heaven or White Heaven and would not stupidly travel to and fro through the regional walls. If Ying Wuxi persisted on entering the regional wall, undoubtedly, he would be taking a huge risk. Fang Yuan had shown his trump card, even without counting the upper extreme Heavenly Eagle. Just this trump card alone made Ying Wuxi feel he could not go against Fang Yuan. No, there is still Bai Ningbing. Ying Wuxi suddenly had a thought, secretly glancing at Bai Ningbing. He immediately felt the alliance was an extremely good decision. At the same time, he also felt some emotions. Who could have thought he would actually have to rely on Bai Ningbing's strength at this moment? This was truly what goes around comes around. The trajectory of fate had countless changes. He, the Grand Ying Wuxi, would actually have to rely on Bai Ningbing, who had been arranged as a pawn before. But how much strength does Bai Ningbing have? It has not been long since she inherited Bai Shanggrotto Heaven. Ying Wuxi did not have much confidence as he thought on it. He then thought, but if don't enter the regional wall now, we can only wander around in Eastern Sea. Omnidirectional travel is also not a method that can be used repeatedly and requires some time before it can be used again. If so, we will sooner or later be found by Fang Yuan. More importantly, this is Eastern Sea. All the Gu immortals on my side are of other regions. Ying Wuxi's physical body was a Western Desert immortal zombie. Bai Ningbing was a Southern Border Gu immortal. Tai Bai Yun Sheng and He Lu Lan were from Northern Plains, and Shi Nu was from Central Continent. There was not one Eastern Sea Gu immortal. To a foreign region, Gu immortals would be marginalized in other regions and even be hunted. Although this was not too common in Eastern Sea, one should not forget that Fang Yuan was an Eastern Sea Gu immortal. Sovereign immortal body. It could completely blend into any region and become a Gu immortal of that region. When the time comes in which both sides battle and Eastern Sea Gu immortals appear, and Fang Yuan had the upper hand, it goes without saying that the Eastern Sea Gu immortals would help Fang Yuan. Few people would provide help when one desperately needed it, but there were many who would add fuel to the fire. So if we stay in Eastern Sea, we might not only be facing Fang Yuan, but other Eastern Sea Gu immortals as well. Ying Wuxi smiled bitterly. After experiencing many setbacks, he had matured immeasurably. Thinking through all elements comprehensively, it was incomparable to the past. Moreover, Fang Yuan still has the upper extreme heavenly eagle. We must go to Northern Plains. Snowy mountain blessed land is our only hope. We can use the rank 8 Gu immortal to kill him. After considering everything, Ying Wuxi finally made a firm resolution and flew straight into the regional wall. Several hours later, a sword dragon flew over from far away. Trying to enter Northern Plains? This sword dragon was Fang Yuan's transformation. Everything was like Ying Wuxi expected. After he broke the Gu formation, he did not discover any trace of Ying Wuxi and the rest. How would Fang Yuan not understand that the other side had made a ploy to escape? Fortunately, he had not hesitated to expose his trump card and forcibly destroyed the Gu formation. Otherwise, he would still be in the dark. It seems that although Qi Lux sensation can detect the target, it can also be misled. Then this target I am sensing, will it also be false? If it was false, Fang Yuan could do nothing about it. After all, this was his only clue. But if it was real, I can get rid of you all in the regional wall. All of you are actually traveling in the regional wall in front of me. You are courting death.